Counting continues at the IEC's Results Operations Centre in Tshwane, with coalition talks looming now in Johannesburg. eNCA anchor Shahan Ramkissoon joins me now from the IEC Results Centre in Tshwane. And Shahan, I know I spoke to you just a short while earlier, a little bit earlier on, and you managed to get a hold of some of these smaller parties, namely the ATM and the UDM as well. But I suppose the key thing here has got to be, who is going to get in bed with the bigger parties, especially these big metros.
Yeah, that definitely is the case. And since we have key hung metros, the coalition talks are ongoing. Action SA spoke to us earlier on this evening, Tony, saying that they were already at an exec level speaking to other parties about the possibility of coalitions, in particular in Johannesburg, because, as you know, Herman Mashaba, as the previous mayor of Johannesburg, would want to try to regain that position. He left the DA in a stink, so he wants to try and get back on his own terms this time around. Now, whoever tries to get into the majority part of this coalitions are going to have to need those smaller parties if they actually want to gain control, right? And Slindelo Masikane is on the floor again for us, talking to the smaller parties about who they're open to actually go into a coalition with. Slee, what are they saying?
Well, let's find out exactly what those smaller parties are saying. Shahan, we're still on the floor here at the National ROC, and we know, of course, that Johannesburg is a very highly contested municipality. And I am now joined by Al Jama. I understand the president of the party will be speaking to me. Here you are, sir. We know that Johannesburg is quite hotly contested, and usually a lot of coalition talks are about to take place as of possibly tomorrow. Who are you willing to get into a coalition with?
As you know, we have 2 seats in the city of Johannesburg, and we co-govern with other parties, with the ANC. We had a meeting with the Latula House very recently, and we agreed that that co-governing agreement will continue, and I hope that it will continue irrespective of the outcome. We are on the road to increase our 2 seats to 5 seats, and obviously our aspiration is 10. But realistically, we, according to the scoreboard, we are in for 5 seats, and we want to strengthen that co-governing agreement for the benefit of all the parties that are part of it now, because they did very well for the 9 months, and there was no gatekeepers. Our MMC member, Councillor Imam Tapalo from Soweto, he's done an excellent job for the 11 months. He has shown how our MMC should work, and also some of the other MMCs from other parties have shown the ANC how we can add value to the administration, and that's what we want to continue. At the moment, we're quite happy to carry on with that co-governing agreement, not for the sake of the ANC, but for the sake of the 4 or 5 political parties that form part of the co-governing agreement, and we feel that they will add a lot of value to the city of Johannesburg. And they've allowed Al Jama to implement its policies, its ethics, and also to show how you govern without corruption. And we just hope the ANC will learn from us.
Okay, all right, thank you so much, Mr.
Pleasure.
Thank you. All right, I want to move on to another party seated here, watching those results closely. I am going to move on to COPE. I see Mr. Dennis Bloom. I've been meaning to talk to you all day today, actually. How are you feeling with the results coming in? We're just sitting at over 55% of the votes that have been tallied. As COPE, are you confident that you're going to gain some ground in these local elections?
We are very much optimistic. You see, it stands at 55 now. We know we have worked very hard, and things will change. That's why we are saying that we are optimistic that things will change.
In terms of coalition government, are you in talks with any parties at this stage?
We are saying that principle comes first. We are not going to go into coalition just for the sake of going into coalition. We will only go into coalition with people who don't steal taxpayers' money. People who respect and abide by the constitution of the country. But anyone who don't respect the constitution and who is stealing taxpayers' money, we are not interested in that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
You are always welcome.
Thank you. All right. I'm sure you're still around.
The whole night. I'm watching this, but you must guard this type of things. You know what is going on in the country. They are stealing like nobody's business.
Are you happy with the IEC's conduct of the elections?
I was the first victim yesterday morning at Eladas Park Lar School. I was standing there from 6:30 and there was no voters' roll there. The voters' roll was delivered 9:15. And people were registered by this VD thing. I made an objection there at the voting station because I said to them, this thing, it's illegal what you are doing because we know the traditional way. When a person comes in, his name is being scratched, and that person can't go and vote twice.
So you're definitely not happy with the performance of the IEC in these elections?
No. We are saying, and I am saying, that illegal things must never be, you must never allow illegal things to happen. That is my standpoint. Yeah, and
so what is it that's illegal that the IEC did?
No, this thing that
the VMDs.
I am saying that what they have done yesterday was illegal, to say that they used that thing and write my name on a piece of paper, and after this voters' roll game, then they scratch my name. The traditional way is not that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. A lot of political parties, Shahan, have really found issue with the voter management devices. And it's going to be quite interesting to see really overall what the impact of those will be, because as of the latest IEC briefing, the Electoral Commission is still defending the usage of those VMDs.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Dennis Brim is so polite. He also goes on to say they are stealing like it's nobody's business, which is why he's there to watch the results as it comes in. Tony, we'll leave it there for now. We'll have another update for you just after 10:30.